Hey, everyone. What is up? What is up? I hope you're doing amazing on this day, whatever time of day you're able to catch this episode and conversation. It's going to be another amazing one. So, thank you so much for taking time to tune in and all of that. This is actually a re upload of a two-part video that I did a few weeks ago on how to heal and thrive well once you're narc free. I accidentally deleted both videos, and so we're just turning lemonade from lemons and all of that. So, thank you again for tuning in to this episode, and I pray that it makes an amazing difference in your life. And so, we'll be discussing nine key ways to heal and thrive well once you're narc free or as you're working to be narc free. Okay, so this episode will have the first five. The next part two will have the second set of four additional ways in which you can heal and thrive well once you're narc free. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. The first way you can heal and thrive well once you're narc free or as you're becoming narc free is to acknowledge the fact and recognize that it is abuse that you experienced, no matter the relational dynamic of the narc abuser, whether they're in your family or were in your family, whether the narc was a counterfeit friend or you had a counterfeit dating relationship with the person, a counterfeit marriage. They may have been your neighbors, a coworker, a client, colleague, whatever the case may be. That pretty much covers most of the um, relational dynamics of dealing with a narc. And so, yeah, coming to grips with the fact that it is abuse and an abuser that you dealt with is very sobering, but it's a very key portion of uh, learning how to heal and thrive well as you journey to becoming narc free and all of that. So for me, this looked like one night I was not able to sleep. It was about 2 weeks post discard back in June 2020. And I received a divine download back in June to go to Google and search the word narcissism. And I was like, what in the world? Like, why am I doing this? And of course, I followed the whole divine instruction, etc. And I ended up going down the entire rabbit hole of not only searching all things narcissism, but also narc personality disorder, etc., etc. And so it was very sobering to discover that I had a whole, counterfeit friendship with a narcissist and everything else. But it was very pivotal in my healing process. I will never not say that. So that's what acknowledging the abuse looked like for me. Another way in which you can heal and thrive well as you journey to becoming narc free and remaining narc free is to prepare to experience and properly process through a series of complex emotions. Um, and so these complex emotions will range from grief and loss to shock that you're even dealing with this sort of nightmare, like in real life, in real time, anger for sure, sadness, depression. Um, Additionally, um, you may encounter emotional distress, anxiety, fear, paranoia, and shame. And so, um, however, processing through the emotions and emotional distress looks like for you, um, whether it's venting to genuine confidants, or I don't even know what else, whatever has worked for many of you, but processing through the trauma and the other emotions of this nightmare is also very pivotal in your healing journey. And so um, for me, this looked like quite a bit of crying for sure, and just otherwise. But it was very therapeutic in my healing process. I will say that. So you definitely got to prepare to experience a range of emotions, a range of complex emotions once you realize that you've dealt with an entire, narc sociopath. All right. So the third way in which you can heal and thrive well once you're narc free is to determine, become firm, and establish the sort of boundaries your life will need in every area possible moving forward. And um, these boundaries will include going no contact, you know, from the narcissist, blocking their number, blocking them from emailing you, blocking them from harassing you and stalking you on social media, whatever that'll look like for you. If you have a social media presence at all, um, it'll look like making sure you disconnect from any common connections you may have. It doesn't matter if it's siblings, if it's so-called friends, because of course this whole nightmare definitely reveals who your genuine friends are and who they are not. Um, and yeah, just setting boundaries in various ways, but especially as far as going no contact or minimal contact in the case, very, very minimal contact if you have children with these nightmares. And so that is what setting boundaries, firm boundaries, um, looks like regarding this whole situation. And of course, beginning to heal well, and to thrive additionally, post, connection with one of these, demons and everything. So that's the first several ways. A fourth way in which you can heal and thrive well once you're narc free is to begin to reclaim your personal identity, internally and externally. And to begin to reclaim your personal identity will look like, discovering, just day by day as you heal and you spend time with yourself and you have time to yourself to even do so. It'll look like figuring out what you enjoy in life, passions, hobbies, food, movies, music, etc. Just really going on a complete discovery or rediscovery of yourself inside and out. That is what beginning to reclaim your personal identity looks like. Because of course, by being connected to the narcissist, they've mirrored you so much to take on your personality and to make it seem like you're soulmates or like you're going to be best friends forever or whatever the scam was. They have they've siphoned your identity, they've siphoned your soul so much so that you've lost yourself literally. You've lost yourself, as a result of such a demonic connection. So rediscovering yourself is so key. And again, it happens bit by bit, but it's so paramount to you healing and thriving well, as you journey to becoming and remaining narc free for the rest of your life. I will be making sure to cover. We'll be covering 4 more points in the part 2 of this video. So I definitely would love to hear you sound off in the comments below as far as how you recognize the kind of abuse that you dealt with, how you prepared to go through the emotions, the complex emotions afterwards, of breaking the connection, and etc. etc. I want to hear from you. Basically, how you have been rediscovering yourself, how you have set boundaries in your life. I want to hear from you in the comments down below, how you have applied these principles to your life, or how you would like to and plan to apply these principles and wisdom to your life, as you journey to becoming and remaining narc free. Sound off in the comments below. I love to hear from you, and we'll talk about it even further. Stay tuned for part 2. That'll be coming up very, very soon. And I appreciate you all so much for tuning into this episode. And kindly like if anything's resonated with you. Kindly like, share the video out to anyone who you know is open to the wisdom or who needs the wisdom. And subscribe to my channel as well if you feel led to stay connected with me. And I'll talk to you guys again real soon. Peace, peace.